Hi guys and girls, I'm Obsidian Ant and welcome back to Everspace. I'm going to do something a little bit different with this video. I'm going to try and explore a single zone and see how many materials and how many items are available out there. Now you can see this is an alpha build, so things do change. It always used to be that when I dropped into a zone you could hang out and spend pretty much as much time as you like there without getting bothered too much. But things may well be a little bit different. Now, I want to try and buy some perks. You can see here that I don't have any perks at all currently purchased. I did have a whole load of them, but unfortunately when I lost my previous computer I also lost all my saves for most games. So it looks like we're back to scratch with that. So I'm going to buy the hull hit points upgrade, I think. Or maybe the shield upgrade. What do you think? Yeah, we go for the shield upgrade. Nice, useful item there. So these perks are actually permanent, as I've mentioned before. You can get some other upgrades that you actually purchase during your play session, but when your ship gets destroyed, you actually lose them. Now the credits here, they're collected during your play session, and when you die, although you do lose your ship, you do get to keep all these perks. You get to keep the credits, which you can then spend for your next play session. So we're about to go out on that now and see what we can find. So like I say, what I'm going to do this time is stay in a sector as long as possible to try and find as many items as I actually can. And straight away we've got some incoming here. So an outlaw scout and another outlaw scout. Now these are quite a long way away, and that one out there is actually attacking another allied unit. So it's a Terran fighter. We're going to go and help him out, I think. So you've got a couple of different weapons on your ship here. You've got the little blaster that I had, and some machine guns as well, or multi-cannons, whatever you like to call them. And that's one down. When you kill enemies, they drop various resources, or at least sometimes they do. We've got some ore here, and some credits. Now credits are good, like you saw at the start. They allow me to buy perks. We've got some alien drones coming in now. I don't know how strong these actually are. These are not very nice then. Very powerful weapons on them. But they do die quite easy. Really don't like those beam lasers. They do a lot of damage. A little bit more fuel. The fuel is not used for flying around these zones. It's used for making the jump to the next zone. And I'll quickly have a look there on the star map. You can see here it's very similar to how FTL works actually. I'm here in the first zone and I can choose where I want to jump to next. It's a roguelike, so when you get destroyed you're back to scratch again, but all of these are low risk with the exception of this one here, which is a medium risk. And when you get to the end here, you get to the jump gate, you can jump through there and head on to sector 2, but let's get back to it. Right, so what I'm going to do now is search these areas here. That's the jump node that allows me to go to the next sector. When it charges right up, I'll actually jump. What I can do, I've got a scanning probe now. If I use that, it's on key C. Everything flashes orange, and it tells me what resources and consumables are around here. So straight away, I've got a mineable asteroid. We're going to go and have a look at that. What I like here about the asteroids is it's got a very kinetic feel to them. You simply mine by shooting chunks off the asteroid, and you can see how the asteroid deforms a little bit and all these little parts just fly off into space. And once you're done, you can just fly into them and collect them up. Now the different types of ore, where's the other one's gone here? There's different types of stuff that comes off of these asteroids. Some of it can be used for fuel, some of it can be used for crafting, like this one here. So I've got my pulse laser, I've got my Gatling gun, and we can actually upgrade these if I want. And you can see there, I need crystals, I need plasma, and I need scrap. And some of these will simply require ore as part of their components. And we can craft ourselves some new missiles. And you can see there straight away we need some ore to make missiles as well as some scrap. Scrap is usually relatively easy to come across. But like I say, it's been a request to for me to explore one of these zones before, or just keep jumping on to see what sort of resources we can actually find. And I think it's a worthy thing to do. Obviously, the better prepared you are, hopefully the more chances you actually take, or the more chances you actually stand of getting deeper into space. Now, some of these structures here, they're actually abandoned structures. Some of them are structures that are in use, and they can be friendly, or in some cases I believe they can be hostile. Friendly ones usually don't want to attack, but on the odd occasion you're desperately low on fuel or desperately low on ammunition, and you'll need what the friendly ship is actually holding. Now, this one here is surrounded by mines. I'm going to go in and have a look. There's a processor there which I actually want, but if I get too close to these mines, they will actually destruct, causing my ship a bit of damage. You can see the fire on the pulse laser here is not too accurate. It darts a little bit all over the place, but that's just the way these weapons work. So where do those processors go? There we go. So processors again are a component I can use for crafting. I got a little bit too close to that mine, didn't I? What else have we got there? Container. Just making sure I clear a space there. There's one mine below me, which you can see there took half my shields down. And we got nearly 500 credits in there. That was actually well worth coming in there for. And there's that Terran fighter again, or maybe another Terran fighter. A little bit of fuel down there, some gas. So basically, the longer I spend out here collecting all this stuff, the more I'll be able to upgrade my ship. And I've got caught by another mine. The more I'll be able to upgrade my ship before I actually move on. Now, you do get free look on this. If you hold down the Alt key on the keyboard, you can actually look around, which helps me see where any mines are situated. There is a cockpit view inside this ship as well. I pressed the wrong key. There's a cockpit view, but I don't really like using that too much, and I just took quite a lot of damage to my ship doing that. But that's a good opportunity to show you the repair here. And unfortunately I need nanobots to repair, and I can't actually do that. I'd be able to click on the repair icon and repair some damage to my ship. So there's a pro tip there. Don't boost yourself into any solid objects. Let's head back there and get the fuel and whatever else it was around there. Something rather useful I think it was, wasn't there? So some fuel, not much fuel, and to be honest I don't actually need fuel at the moment. Like I say, fuel is merely used for collecting. Did I collect the other item when I accidentally boosted into this structure then? Probably. Oh well, okay. Let's get out of here then. And very nice effects there. You can see the misting and fog effects there as I get into that structure. It's not volumetric, at least I don't think so. It's a little bit of a shame, but it's a lot better than you might otherwise expect. Now there's a tech container here, so let's see what that contains. And we've got some missiles. Now I can't take them because I'm full up with missiles. At one point you could keep a beam laser. I'd like that. So we want to replace that with our pulse laser, I think, and we'll dismantle the pulse laser and take the components. 3 scrap and 2 ore. Nice. So I've got my Gatling guns and a nice weapon there. Oh, incoming interceptors. A good time, good opportunity, should I say, to test out these beam lasers then. Perfect. Now it's going to be interesting to see if there's one of these changes means that an increased number of interceptors or enemies come in to the zone the longer I spend here, because previously it didn't used to work that way. So I suspect the range on these beam lasers is actually much lower than the other weapons. They're not actually that powerful. Let's fire a few missiles there and just take some damage down in him. Right, and I fully expect a few more enemies to turn up in due course. So let's see what else we got around here then. Seems most of it is actually surrounding that structure itself, so can't see anything else around here. Got a little bit of fuel, which I don't actually need. What's that over there? Tech container. I will go get that. Unfortunately, I'm actually half down on my hull. And that is the other problem with staying in a sector too long. And exploring it, you do risk the chance of taking way more damage than you would if you just kept jumping. Sometimes I just do that, just keep jumping from one area to the next, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. I've mentioned before though that I would actually like to see some of these gates locked down all the time there's enemies about. It's very easy to just escape them when you want. So I think we're pretty much done with that zone there. Let's move on to either one of these. So now these are new, these little icons here. These are something that weren't present the previous time I played this game. It's actually been a few weeks since I last played, so fully expect to see a number of changes. Right, what have we got here? A whole load of asteroids. Now, it'd be nice to see one of these asteroids being the larger type. From time to time you do see the really large asteroids that you can actually fly right inside of, and they often contain various bits of useful materials. Now I'm going to be attacked here, and I still haven't got any nanobots unfortunately, but we'll see if I can do any upgrades. I don't mind doing an upgrade to that. And no. So despite hanging around there for a bit of time and collecting as much as I possibly could, it's not enough to help me out in the second zone here. So for now I'm going to have to see if I can destroy these outlaw scouts. Now, whilst they're concentrating on the Terran fighter there, I'm going to jump in there and attack them. Yeah, and don't do it like that. Well, that all ended pretty abruptly. Guess my fault for jumping headfirst into a situation like that, but it does go to show that, at least in the early zones, it's not worth spending too much time exploring and trying to find all of the resources there. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there for now. I'll be back with some more videos a bit later on, and there's also that new game, House of the Dying Sun, which I'm going to be taking a look at very soon. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you guys and girls next time.